First of all, thanks to EuroPython organizers, volunteers. I mean, there's a lot of people involved in this event. It's my first time here in Prague and also in EuroPython. And I'm really amazed at the conference size. So just want to say that. A little more about me. So I'm from Cordoba, Argentina. Currently living in Copenhagen. Making the world a better place with software since 2016. So by the day I'm a Python magician or wizard. No, just kidding. Mostly backend DevOps or whatever is needed with Python mostly, but yeah, also other technologies. And yeah, I also like to play bass. And I'm a dog owner, which I miss so much. Because she's in Argentina. Just in case anyone wants to follow along from your cell phone, well, you can just scan the QR. So there are the same slides are there. Okay. So. I'm here to tell you about our journey with the Python translation to Spanish. And I first want to talk about why I think it's important to translate the docs, the docs. Then I want to share about our story, our process with the Spanish group. And finally, tell you about what you can do in order to start contribute. Maybe in some existing translation, or maybe on a new one. And the goals here are just basically make you aware of these projects. I mean, not everyone knows or has to know about the docs other than in English. Also inspire you to contribute to existing initiatives. Actually, there are 12 official languages in the official docs. And as I said, why not promote it in your own language? So if someone here speaks Czech, it's not officially supported. And if at least one person feels inspired to contribute, I will feel like accomplished. So let's get started. I mean, why translate? I think documentation is crucial for the development and growth of any project. You work in internationalization or localization of maybe at your work or web apps, and you work because of your users. So why not do it for Python itself? So I wanted to ask a question. How many of you do not speak English natively? Okay, most of you. It's a nice distribution. Well, this is, it turns out 75% of the internet users don't speak English as their first language. So I just discovered this. This is March 2020 data. The source, it's in Wikipedia, you can check it later. And also, like, top 10 million websites on the internet are written in English. But, I mean, I think there's a need for translation, especially because of this. And for this, I mean, I want to paraphrase Christian Moreira, which he was part of the translation process. And he said something like, having the docs in our language feels like, means people can feel like home. I think you can relate to this feeling, especially if you live abroad and you see something in your native language. Like, it grabs your attention immediately. But it's also useful because of other reasons. So for new Python users, I mean, the official content, they have official content to learn Python, not to dismiss community efforts. but most of the content actually is in English. Educators and newcomers, programming is being taught at younger ages, so being able to teach people in their native language, it's a big plus. Also contributing to open source. I mean, it's a very good experience or opportunity to get started, I mean, in your own language, but contributing to open source. And also for other contributors. I took a lot of inspiration from Portuguese translation when I was doing the Spanish one. So it may help other people rather than only users. So let's see how we did it. I'm going to tell our story. So back in the day, this was December 2019. I'm not sure if you can see it. Yeah. So the official docs didn't offer a Spanish option. This is, as I said, December 2019. People who didn't have a good English had to rely on translation services. LLMs weren't a thing back then. And also rely on community content, which most of the time is fine, but I think not always, especially for reference material, as the docs. And I want to make an honorable mention to the Wayback Machine, which is an amazing piece of software. So May 29, okay, that should happen. So May 29, 2019, Marianne Vignon from Argentina, she assisted PyCon US. In a launch, she finds out Raúl Cumplido, which is from Spain, was working on the Spanish translation, inspired by the French one. And I included the flags as a way of showing the importance of communities and why not sharing your work with others. So April 2020, Vinicius Ferreira gives a talk on the Portuguese translation to Python. And there were other Spanish listeners to this talk, so they also felt inspired. I mean, there's a pattern here. And Vinicius is at EuroPython, so if you see him, just, I don't know, just give him a hug or something. Then the magic of the internet happened and made interested people find each other to join efforts. So this is Marianne from Argentina telling about the work she was doing with Raúl in the Python Argentina forum. So that gathered us in a Telegram group. And yeah, May 1st, 2020, just a month after, when COVID was making people do all kind of weird things, some of us decided to translate the Python docs, which is not a weird thing, at least here in EuroPython, and we got our first meeting. So a month later, lots of messages on Telegram and lots of pull requests. We were part of the official docs. So you can see the Spanish Espanol selector that was part of the docs.python.org. And yeah, I mean, some numbers. This is an image. It's only 100 of the contributors to this project, but there are all more than 250 and counting, because this is still going. So we made like more than 4,300 commits, and 355 translated, more than 75%. There is still work to do, but I mean, most of the docs, or at least the most important parts, are already translated. And with every upgrade, you get to translate some new parts, update new content, or old content. So yeah, I'm speaking bit faster. So what can you do? I'm going to take a bit of water. Okay, so I talked about why translate and share our story, but what can you do? So first of all, don't forget you can ask for help. If you want to know how to get started or just say hi, I mean, you can go to, we have a Telegram channel, that's the QR, Python_docs_s, that's the name of the Telegram group. But there's also a contributing guide, which some of the people made, which defines, it contains a lot of information. So basically our process, but also some other resources or translation memory, which is a thing. I mean, there are lots of nice resources there, so be sure to check it out. But why not just say hi? I mean, it's always nice to salute new people. So our process was not so different than a coding project. I'm not going to go deep onto how we did it or on technicalities. So we have a main repo. You have to fork it. You request a file to translate. We have lots of issues. Translate it in your computer, then commit, push, and create the pull request. Wait for feedback from a reviewer, and yeah, it gets merged, and you get your first contribution to Python. So I think it's a nice. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, and as you can see, there are many pages waiting to be translated. So maybe you get to translate one at this EuroPython. And usually this is what we imagine when we say contribute to Python. I mean, it doesn't have to be that scary. Sorry, CPython. But it's not the only way. In fact, making this talk, I discovered this other page, which is part of Python. And I think it's great because it shows many ways to contribute to Python depending on the role you have. So you have guides for contributors, but also documentarians or triagers, or also if you are part of the core team. So depending on the role you have or you identify with, you can get better guides or get better help on how to get started. And I noticed translating doesn't have a guide. I don't know why. But this is another nice opportunity to standardize the process across communities. I mean, there's actually 12 languages right now, 12 languages in the official docs, but there are many more in reality. And yeah, I mean, this is more of an extra. I mean, we are in 2025. If there's no AI in a talk, I mean, is it really a talk? So you may ask, what role do LLMs play in this? I mean, we cannot ignore. They're pretty useful in translation. In fact, GPT-1, which is like the ancestor of ChatGPT, did a very good job at translating. I mean, they are pretty good. But the point I want to make is, I'm bringing up Byung-Chul Han, which is a Korean philosopher. And he has a book called The Burnout Society. And he says something like craftsmanship as a way of resistance to performance. So not everything has to be fast or useful or quantifiable. I mean, whether you agree or not with this opinion, translation is, oh, sorry, that's a boomer. So translation is just the outcome. There's also learning in the process. Whether it's about Python, another language, working in a community, I mean, there are lots of things to learn in the process. Also, as I said before, it's a great opportunity to get started in open source. There are, like, what we're doing with this process is like the de facto standard way of contributing in tech, at least. So it's a nice way of like getting started in your own language with before going fully into, I don't know, C Python or some other coding project. And also, it's a way of giving back to the community. So we always need more people contributing. And you never know the people you get to know when helping others. So there's a lot of nice things about giving back. We are used to pull from from open source, especially, but Python is free. You can download it, use it. Most of us do that. But when do you give back? When do we give back? So this is a nice opportunity to give back. And most importantly, is your opportunity to be part of something bigger, as it is the Python community. So that's it. Thank you. That was fast. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Well, I did it so fast.
Yeah, you are really fast. Do somebody have some questions? No? Okay. I prepared 2 questions. And I would like to know if doesn't make sense for you for small communities like Czech Republic, because we have 10 million people here, if doesn't make sense to do translation for a small community?
I mean, yes. I mean, this is more of a personal opinion. So it's useful. I mean, yeah, the short answer is yes. It's a very good question. So I think most of people here, as I've been talking before this talk, we are used to read English. So I don't care if some site it's not in Spanish, which is my native language, because I can read English. But I know a lot of people who can't. So it's an effort to empathize with those who don't speak English, in this case, Czech people, who have to learn English in order to understand. So I think it's valuable, yeah.
Yeah, why I'm asking, it's because Spanish and English is very common, German is very common, but Czech or another small languages are not so common. So that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean, you have a point. Maybe in 5 years, everything will be English and translations will be on demand. I mean, LLM, yeah, translate me this. This project will be valueless, but who knows? In the meantime, like the translation, as I said, is just the outcome. I knew some people here that I know them from this project. And yeah, I mean, there are a lot more things than just translation. But
okay, so do you think this is a really good situation for meeting new friends in a local community when you try to translate with maybe some friends.
Can you repeat the first part? Like,
If you think it's really good, I don't know how to say the word in English. The situation.
yeah.
When you want to meet some people from local community,
Yes.
for example, from Czech pilots, and you decided to translate to Czech, and you need some help with. If you think it's a good situation for start communicate with another people from the local community by the translating documentation for Python.
Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, one of the things I most like about Python is the diversity. I mean, there are people with lots of different backgrounds. So you don't need to know. I mean, in our project, there were people from like philosophers or biochemistries. So not only people from tech. And yeah, I mean that's amazing. It's another way of making communities. So it's just another project where you don't have to know how to code, or not yet, or maybe not as to contribute to CPython or any other bigger project. So yeah, I think it's a great opportunity to make community. Yeah.
Great, thank you. And my last question, or somebody have some question here in the room? No? Okay. What is the best way to start it contributing to Python documentation if there's no organized team for my language yet?
Well, that's a nice question. You can go to join. Oh, I just lost the QR, but as a first step, you can talk to me, or you can go to the Telegram group and just say hi, and say that you want to start a new translation project, or you can talk with other people. As I showed before, this was done after the Portuguese one, the French one. So you can always ask people from other communities on how to get started. So go to this Telegram group, or just ask me, or
okay.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, thank you. Because I think that there's no community to translating documentation in Czech, so it maybe will be the first step to do something.
Okay, an idea, a responsibility.
Yeah,
So,
it's that.
Nice.
Okay, so thank you very much, and please applause for speaker Marco Richetta.
Thank you.